how to paint a beautiful and realistic looking dandelion with watercolors. Let's go! An outline drawing is done, which is available for download. With elastic eraser, I'm removing the excess of graphite off the paper. This is very important with yellow subjects as well as with white ones. You need to be really careful with the graphite marks. This painting is what I started a year ago. I finished Dandelion Bud. We'll show you a link down below. And started the flower head, but here in this tutorial I will show you the whole process from the beginning till the end of this painting. And now I'm removing even more of the graphite marks, just because yellow pigment is very transparent. No matter how many layers I will apply, if the graphite marks will be too obvious, they will shine through all the layers of yellow pigment. So be very careful with graphite marks, remove as much as you can. Also be careful with the paper, don't rub it too hard. Now we can mix watercolors. We will be using just few, adding water to color palette, starting with Indian yellow, lemon yellow, which is a cooler, sap green for the green parts, with a little amount of Perylene Green. It's a very strong pigment. And that's it. I will also add a little bit later Sennelier Red, but that's later. For now, it's just enough for those pigments that we have. This approach of the painting will be slightly different from other my tutorials. I am covering with water all the petal area. I'm not here painting one section at a time, one petal. It will be too crazy because there's so many petals. I'm applying water to the whole section and starting with taking a little bit of lemon yellow and Indian yellow, and with finer tip brush applying first layer of this beautiful yellow pigments. And be careful with those petals which go out of the whole flower head area. There are sections that just one little very thin petal goes straight out of the flower head, so don't just cover all the area with watercolors not looking, but really take a look at each petal. Closer to the center part, yes, there's a whole mess. You can paint freely, but closer to the outer edge, each petal is sticking out separately. So that's where we, with the very tip of the brush, move our pigments towards the outer edge line. I'm speeding up the process. Here I'm adding Sennelier Red to my Indian Yellow watercolor mix for the darker parts of the petals. Especially the darker, more saturated color is applied to the center part of the flower head. Full tutorial is available on my Patreon with all the process of flower head and green parts and those beautiful curly leaf painting, with all the explanations of the painting process. Finishing this painting, adding last brush strokes, last details. You can go further, add more, create contrast, create more extra details. I'm happy with the result, learned a lot, and happy that I finished this painting. Thank you for being here. Hope you learned something new, and see you in my next tutorials. Bye bye.